All right, we have a full board, and it is now 7 o'clock. So I'm going to call the August 20th meeting of the Zoning Board of Adjustment to order. Before we continue, I'd like people to stand and face the flag in the back, and please remove your hats if you're wearing one. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America
and to the republic
for which it
stands one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, everyone. I'll go around the room and have people introduce themselves, please, starting with Romeo.
Romeo Dene.
Terry Bonzer.
Teresa Bascom. Okay, we had 3 cases on our agenda tonight, but the first case, 24008 VA Atwood, the applicant has requested to have a continuance to our next meeting because their driveway, their DOT permit has not been received. So in looking at our calendar, the next meeting is the 17th of September.
Yep.
So I will entertain a motion for this, please.
I'll make a motion that we continue case 24008 Atwood, 326 Stage Road to September 17th.
Second.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded that we allow the applicant to have their case continued to the 17th of September. Is there any discussion on this? Seeing none, we shall proceed to vote. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Okay, that carried 5-0-0. Thank you. The next case is 24-010 VA Harris, 374 Stage Road. Application from Lee Anderson on behalf of Michael and Grace Harris requesting a variance from Article 2, Section B2 of the Nottingham zoning ordinance in order to permit the addition of a single-story, 630-square-foot home addition that would not meet required wetland setbacks. The proposed addition would be 34.35 feet from the very poorly draining wetlands where the required setback is 75 feet. The property is located at 374 Stage Road in Nottingham and is identified as tax map 17, lot 12. Request the applicant and to come up. And I am going to recuse myself as the applicants are related to me. Mr. Bonzer will take.
Yes, I will take over. Yep. Okay, you can state your name and your address, and then you can just read your 5 criteria. So.
My name is Lee Anderson, representing Anderson Home Improvements. My address is 10 Sunrise Drive. My personal address is 10 Sunrise Drive, Rochester, New Hampshire.
Okay.
And my name is Michael Harris. I am the homeowner. My home address is 374 Stage Road, West Nottingham, 03291.
Okay, so you you have your application, so you can read the 5 criteria that you have to meet. That you're.
I actually don't have, I didn't take a photo.
Oh, you don't have it?
Sorry about that. Not a good start. I'm going to start with the supporting information there.
Yeah, you can just start with your number 1.
Yep. Granting the variance would not be contrary to the public interest because the proposed addition does not represent any inconsistent with the nature uses of the residential zoning district in which it is located. Number 2, the variance which granted the spirit of the ordinance would be observed because the use of the property, the answer here is the use of the property will remain as a single-family dwelling, and this will not impact the rural residential character of the surrounding areas. 3, granting the variance granting the variance would do substantial justice because the owner will better able to utilize their property with needed additional living space, as the same time proposed addition modest in size. Or, if the variance is granted, the values of the surrounding properties would not be diminished because the proposed addition does not increase the size of the house to a degree that is inconsistent with the surrounding houses. The use of the property will remain as a single-family dwelling and will not impact any character of the surrounding areas. And then number 5 is, number 5, unnecessary hardship. Owning us to special conditions of the property that distinguish it from another property in the area. Denial of the variance would result in unnecessary hardship because the nature of the proposed addition will have a negligible impact in the wetland because it does not represent any significant pollution or containment threat to the approximately 7% of the required setback distance is still being met. And then for the B section of that, it was kind of referring back to 5A-2. I was kind of unsure how to even answer that, the B question there.
Yep, you got it. Did you read that without additional?
Oh, hold on, let me just see this here. Oh yeah, there's more from here, yep. House does not have a basement, and the construction of the existing house is not conducive to adding a second floor. The requirement setback wetlands 50 feet, where the current house is 44.57 feet from the wetland, and proposed addition setback is 34.35 feet. One of the design objectives was to impact the property as little as possible in order to meet the space needed. And then, yeah, like I said, the guy was unsure how to answer that.
Okay. Does anybody have any questions? So you have in your variance, it says very poorly drained wetlands, and that's 75 feet. But then
Yes.
over in your hardship, you said 50 feet.
Yes, so when I had the septic design.
You called it just poorly?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, that's right. Yes.
Yeah, because when I looked at it, I thought, I was wondering if that was really very poorly or poorly, because I figured you were 50 feet, but.
Right. I also have some pictures. I don't know if you guys are interested in those as well, just so you guys can get a visual idea. I don't know if you guys have already done that.
Well,
or not.
you can bring them up.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I think both, did you all go out and look? Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, I went out and looked the other day, and now you have 2.5 acres, right?
Yes, it's two.
How much is probably buildable? Maybe half of that, if
Maybe
that?
about
1.5 acres, 1.25, yeah. That's what I kind of thought, because
that's asking a lot of it, but.
how far is your other end of your house from the property line?
So the other end of the house that the,
The playground end?
yeah, the side of the playground is on, I know it met the well-designed setbacks, because we originally we did have a well redug on the property, or drilled on the property. I do not know exact how many feet, but it does favor the playground side of the property. the
Right, you
house,
have more-
from where the property line is.
You have more room on that side,
And on top of that, the
but that's where your well is, on that end?
well is on the playground side of the house,
Yeah,
yes.
okay.
So,
So
on
that-
top of that, the property also juts out towards the neighboring property on the side the addition's being built on. So even then, it's not like a parallel or perpendicular line going even with the house.
Yeah, I did look, yeah, it does kind of go out on one side, yeah. Okay, is there any other questions? Go ahead.
How large is the existing?
It's 1,800 square feet.
75 feet.
You just had the septic redesigned, right, once?
We did have part of the
replacement?
septic redesigned. We redid the leach field on it, so we increased the size of the leach field. The current septic design, that prior to the one that we had done for this particular task, was set for what is now code of 4 bedrooms.
Okay.
It was a 1,250 square foot tank, or
1,250 gallon, yeah.
1,250.
So do you have it, did you get a new design for this house, or you're going to get the variance first?
Nope, we have design.
Yeah.
Oh, you already have it, so that's why the septic guy said 50 feet?
That's right.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, I didn't know if he just came out and looked and then, so you already have your design, and that's going in the same general area, you're just going to expand that out in front of the driveway?
Yeah, as needed.
Okay. Okay, any other questions, comments? Anybody here to speak, any abutters? Nope, no abutters. So any other questions? Okay, so I didn't really, well, Teresa opened we didn't really open the hearing, but, so I'll just close the public hearing, seeing there's nobody else. Yep, you can have your seat and we'll discuss it. And
All right.
I don't think you've got any place to put it, any addition anywhere else.
well, yeah, not really.
There's no cellar.
What's it, is it on a foundation, it's on a frost, 4 foot, is it on a slab?
Existing home is on a slab.
Oh, it's on a slab with blocks? Oh, or is it right on the slab?
Sits on a slab, and then there's blocks that found the frame of the trailer sits on.
Okay, so you have a crawl space underneath? Okay. Yeah, because it looked like it was raised up, so.
Is there a difference between very poorly drained and poorly drained?
Yeah, the very poorly drained is not as much water sitting, very poorly is more water sitting in.
But does it affect anything, like setbacks?
Yeah, it's 50 feet versus 75.
Oh, okay.
So initially, they thought it was very poorly, but the septic guy, who was, I think, was it Blaisdell that did?
That's right.
Yeah, he said it was 50, he called it poorly drained, so. So they would need a 50-foot setback instead of a 75, so.
Okay.
Okay, anything, anybody want to make a motion?
Okay, I make a motion that case number 24-010 VA Harris, 374 Stage Road be approved.
Okay, so I'll add the description to your motion, but that's all.
Sure, go right ahead.
Okay, so there's been a motion and a second to approve case 24010 VA for Harris, 374 Stage Road. This is the application from Lee Anderson on behalf of Michael and Grace Harris, requesting a variance from Article 3, Section B, 2 of the Nottingham zoning ordinance in order to permit the addition of a single-story, 630-square-foot home addition that would not meet the required wetland setbacks. The proposed addition would be 34.35 feet from poorly drained soil. Poorly drained soil, wetlands.
Wetlands.
Yeah, where the required setback is 50 feet. The property is located at 374 Stage Road in Nottingham and is identified as tax map 17, lot 12. So we have a motion and a second. All those in favor? Signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. None opposed, so 4-0. That was it. Yeah, you'll get a notice of a decision in the mail, and you'll have 30 days, you know, some abutter could appeal or something. I mean, there's no abutters here, but, so you probably won't be rushing in 30 days anyway. I see you got a hole dug there, and you gotta get,
Ready to move forward, like,
Right.
as soon as we get that, so.
right, but you're not gonna stop building probably for 30 days. But I mean, you're gonna get the site work done.
I need the site work done.
Yeah, so I don't think you'll, I mean, you already got the stone there and stuff, so yeah. Okay, I just wanted to let you know.
Now, as far as getting a permit, I'll get a permit, and I can at least get the concrete, the site work, all that.
Yeah, you'll have to go to the building inspector, but you'll just take your variance, your notice of decision to him, and you should be all set? Okay, thank you.
You want a receipt, maybe?
Oh, yes, I'll receipt Teresa Bascom back as chair and for the next case, so.
Okay, the last case on our agenda is 24-011 VA Trant, 20 Gravel Pit Road. Application from Alan Trant requesting a variance from Article 2, Section C.7.5 and C710 of the Nottingham zoning ordinance in order to permit the construction of a detached ADU totaling 784 square feet. The zoning ordinance states that an ADU shall not exceed 750 square feet and that it should have an interior door provided between the principal dwelling and the ADU. The proposed ADU will be attached to the new garage. The property is located at 20 Gravel Pit Road in Nottingham and is identified as tax map 20, lot 7. You guys may come up. Alan, is it just you, or is that a butter friend?
It's in a butter, yeah.
Okay, okay. Because I was going to say if it was somebody you needed at the table with you, we could bring up another chair, but we don't need to.
Emotional support's always nice.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead and introduce yourselves with your name and address, and then you can begin to review the 5 criteria, please.
Alan Trant, 20 Gravel Pit Road.
And I'm Samantha Trant, 20 Gravel Pit Road. Granting the variance would not be contrary to the public interest because it does not markedly conflict with the spirit of the ordinance, as it will not alter the essential characteristics of Gravel Pit Road and does not threaten the public health, safety, or welfare of Nottingham residents. If the variance were granted, the spirit of the ordinance would be observed because the ordinance guards the health, safety, and general welfare of the community. This proposed garage/ADU will not have a negative impact on the health, safety, or general welfare of the community. Granting the variance, excuse me, would do substantial justice because without variance, the owner will not be able to use the lot consistent with its highest and best use. There is also no benefit to the public to prohibit the dwelling in the proposed location. The proposed ADU/garage will be constructed in an upland area which maintains the proper setbacks to a delineated wetland. In addition, the building itself will be connected to a New Hampshire DES approved septic system.
Just waiting to-
If the variance is granted, the values of the surrounding properties would not be diminished because the proposed building will increase the value of the Trant property. The construction of this building will be of high quality and will enhance other properties in the area. As you know, the Trants use this property as a farm located at the end of a passable portion of Gravel Pit Road. The garage/ADU will not be visible from Kennard Road. Unnecessary hardship owing to special conditions of the property to distinguish it from other properties in the area. Denial of the variance would result in unnecessary hardship because the proposed garage/ADU will have no negative impact on the neighbors, and it will not negatively affect traffic, wetlands, or surface runoff. No fair and substantial relationship exists between the general public purposes of the ordinance provisions and the specific application of that provision to the property because the proposed use is a reasonable one because on its own merit, Mr. Trant would be allowed to construct a garage in the location shown on the plan, which meets all structure setbacks. In addition, an ADU is also permitted by the zoning ordinance as long as it is connected to the existing dwelling. However, due to the grading and configuration of Mr. Trant's dwelling, it is not practical to attach an ADU. This is why we are here to request a variance that the ADU will be allowed to be included in the footprint of the proposed garage. Explain how if the criteria in subparagraph A are not established, an unnecessary hardship will be deemed to exist if and only if, owing to special conditions of the property that distinguish it from other properties in the area, the property cannot be reasonably used in strict conformance with the ordinance, and a variance is therefore necessary to enable a reasonable use of it. As previously stated, ADUs are permitted in the town of Nottingham. Due to constraints of the existing house style and grades, Mr. Trant is requesting that a variance be granted to allow the construction of a detached ADU.
Okay. Does anybody have any questions? Thank you, Sam. Anybody?
I went out there, yeah, you had 70 acres, right?
Correct.
Okay, and now how far, what's the setback from the back of the garage to the road, is it?
That's, the decommissioned road, gravel pit road
Yeah,
is roughly 90 feet.
okay, so it's quite, so that's from the back to there, it would be about 90 feet.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, from facing the house to gravel pit road. It may be, it may be over 100.
Okay,
We didn't measure that line.
yeah, you're in quite a ways, I know when I drove in,
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, the driveway to the house is 285 feet.
yeah. Now, you have like 34 feet extra, why, what was,
34
you know,
feet.
the ordinance is like 750, and you're like 784 or something.
That's,
square feet.
it's the walk-in closet is 6 by 6 in the bedroom.
Okay, so that's
It's,
what,
it's 36 square feet, yeah, we're 34
okay, so that
over.
adds you that.
I will say if that's a deal breaker for tonight, then we can just not put a door in that and use it as storage for the garage side. And that will get us down below 7.
Oh, no, I was just wondering
We'll be
what you were.
748 if we eliminate the walk-in closet,
Yeah.
that's 6 by 6.
So are you the sole owner?
On record, I am, yes. Right.
Any other questions?
I'm still, so the 750 feet is only for residential, not for garage?
Well, this is ADU, which is residential.
Well, ADU is what, auxiliary dwelling unit?
Yeah,
So you're telling me that the 750 feet is for the dwelling unit, but not the garage?
right, the garage is, he's not in for a variance for the garage, he's just in the variance.
So it's
Because
just
this is supposed to be 750 square feet, he's asking, because he's 784 square feet in there, that's one of his variances.
All right. I just wanted to make sure I understood it exactly.
So anything else?
I don't think so.
All right, I'll have you two step back and open the public hearing. It is currently 19:26, well, 7:26, so that nobody thinks we're going back in time. And if you're a butter, would like to come forward and speak for or against this?
I have no issues.
No issues? All right, Sam, you can stay then. I'll close the public hearing at 7:26. You can stay, unless you'd rather sit back there, it's up to you. I just want to bring forward a point of order that in our planning and zoning books, our law books, that we received for this year, 674:73 does allow for a detached accessory dwelling unit. It states that a municipality is not required but may permit detached accessory dwelling units. Detached accessory dwelling units shall comply with the requirements of and any municipal ordinances or regulations adopted pursuant to 674:72, 4 through 9. If a municipality allows a detached accessory dwelling unit, it may require an increased lot size, but obviously that is not an issue here with the size of your lot. So we are not doing something that would not be allowing something that is not allowed by state law if we said yes to this detached ADU. Just thought I should bring that forward. And also, our requirements say ADUs shall be secondary and accessory to a principal single-family dwelling unit, which to me sounds like it does not have to be attached anyway. Only one ADU per family dwelling unit, and that's all you're asking for is the one. The gross living area of the ADU shall not be 750 square feet. Living area. Did I hear you say something about a walk-in closet on there?
Right.
Is that included in the square feet you're asking us for?
The 784 includes the 6x6 walk-in closet.
Okay, so if you take away that walk-in closet, are
It
you
would
then
be
with,
748.
which would have you within? I don't consider a walk-in closet living.
I think they're asking for variance from that.
Well, I get that, but what I'm saying is, I don't consider, exactly,
In between, like a utility closet off in the kitchen, mid-hall there, center of the apartment is a closet. so
right,
it's-
but it says the gross living area is 750 square feet.
Right,
I don't know why you would include the area of the walk-in closet as part of the gross living area.
So-
Am I wrong in that?
Yeah, you are.
I think it would be,
I
yeah.
asked the building inspector on this topic the day we met to apply for the permit,
Okay,
when he denied it, and because I was under the impression my whole life that it was heated living space.
Right.
So you could have like cold storage, like attic spaces. If it's a walk-up, we have a walk-up attic, it's not heated, it's not our taxable living space, but it's still under our roof.
Correct.
It's accessible by a stairway, but we don't, we use it for storage, but is that considered living space? Because that, so where do we? Right.
The closet is finished, so I think the closet would be included.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you know, it's small.
Right, the closet is part of the bedroom, so, yeah.
My question was a heated garage, is that considered, if you heat your garage, it's a two-car garage, is that?
No, it's a
living
garage.
space?
It's a garage, it's not a dwelling space.
But it's drywall, painted, has lights.
It's a
and heat.
garage, it's not a dwelling space. You don't have a bed in there, do you?
Well, that would be
Better
sleeping,
not admit
It
to it.
depends on whether or
Sleeping
not Sam is
quarters.
upset with him.
Interesting, you couldn't live in it, is what you're saying.
That's the doghouse, that's what.
right. Yeah, because if you had a wood shop and it was heated and you had a shop
Not a
sink.
dwelling space.
I just,
The wood shop isn't a dwelling space, neither is a garage. But your closet is part of the dwelling unit, so it's counted as square footage for dwelling.
right.
Okay.
And on that, I think we all agree on that, but I just don't know the fine line between the wood shop, your laundry is in your garage. Is that living space because your clothes are hanging there and you're doing laundry? Is it,
Well, you put it in the garage,
it's in the garage because it doesn't fit in the apartment?
but you put it in the garage. It is the garage, it's in the garage. You didn't
Right.
say it's in part of the house, you said it was in the garage. It is in the garage, so it's not the living space.
Okay.
I move that we approve case 24-011 BA Trent, 20 Gravel Pit Road, as
Is there a second?
I
Second, all right.
Kathy? It's been moved and seconded that we approve case 24-011 BA Trent, 20 Gravel Pit Road as written. Any discussion?
Mary did.
Well, we don't.
Kathy seconded it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right, but we don't need to make that correction on the ADU, that should be granted freely. But we can still.
He's asking for a variance, I think, so.
Or he's asking for both.
He's asking for all three, so.
Or granting him everything he's asking as written.
Correct.
Right, but it says it should have an insurance or provided.
We're approving the fact that he wants a detached ADU. And do you want it to include the fact that the state regulations allow for this, given that the fact that this is part of the finding?
The state law allows attached ADU, it's just against our particular ordinance that they have such a large piece of land.
Okay.
Do they need description?
No?
If they did,
Okay. So it's been moved and seconded that we approve the applicant's request for this variance. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
And that was a 5-0-0, so it's been approved. Again, you have a 30-day window where someone could.
someone could appeal.
And
If you start before 30 days and someone appeals, it's really it's lost.
Great.
So it's a risk if you want to start early, that's all.
Yeah, it's understood. Thank you.
Welcome.
We'll invite you guys to the
Take
barbecue.
care.
Okay.
All right, so that's it for our cases tonight. We are currently up to the point where we have public comment. So if there is anyone who would like to make public comment tonight, you're welcome to come forward. If not, you guys, you can stay or you can go, it's up to you. This thing is. You're welcome.
Good night.
So there's now no one left, so I'm gonna go on. Other business, we do have a joint meeting coming up next week, please be aware. It's our joint meeting with the Planning Board, Conservation Commission, and a few others. It's August 28th at 7 PM here in this room. The agenda is posted, correct, Alana?
Not yet, tomorrow.
Tomorrow? You're not gonna be in the office tomorrow, are you?
Yes.
I'm lost. Yes, will be posted tomorrow. So you can look that up, but we do have to discuss with them, and I'm going to hopefully get the issue of setbacks on that agenda for us to discuss, and maybe come to some sort of a warrant article that can go before the voters, because it tends to be the biggest issue that comes before us, and over and over and over again, we are approving these variances to reduce setbacks. So I really think we need to start a big discussion on what is the purpose of this, and is it something that we just look at more realistically and say to people that we don't see a reason to keep 20 to 50 feet of your land unusable, and make it something that is a lot less, like, you know, the 5 feet we had talked about at one point, or 10 or something like that. So either come to the meeting or send me your thoughts, and I will bring those forward, okay? And also look at for the agenda, so that you can see what else is going to be on there. There's fees and what else is on there. Do you remember off the top of your head? I left that paper home.
The possible discussion of the master plan update, impact fees.
Yes.
Different zoning items, setbacks was one. Sorry.
That's okay.
Yeah, that's all I remember.
I don't think we put animals on there. We've only had that one case.
That was
I
last year.
sure hope we never see another one on pigs and chickens again.
Is the setback a state or local?
Local.
Huh. I would have thought it was a state.
No. No, and we had actually reduced it when we did this, back when Joanna was the town clerk position, land use clerk, so it's been a while since we looked at it, and we continue to still have cases, so
Okay.
I think it's something we... Yes, the vast majority. Yes, yes, yes. So I'm hoping somebody will join me at that meeting. Select board and staff member updates. We don't have a select board person here, but Alana, do you have anything? We have that one case, Atwood, that was continued for next month. Anything else on the?
There's 2 other new ones on my desk.
Okay. Thank you very much. So we'll be getting those packets at some point? All right.
By next week.
Are we back to mailing, or do we pick them up?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The fees were approved by the select board, so now the applicants are covering the cost of the mailing,
Okay.
which is the way it should have been all along. Should never have been on the taxpayers. Yeah, it should never have been on the taxpayers, but anyway. Oh, we've got, I'll take the pictures and get those to Alana to get back. Anything,
Nope.
Connie? No?
I move that we adjourn.
Well, we got
We gotta
minutes.
do the minutes.
Hold on.
Oh.
So, Alana, I looked at the minutes for the 18th. No, the minutes for July 16th that you included. I didn't see much of anything except line 40 should be moved down so that it's on the second page to be with the application information, if you don't mind trying to figure out a way to do that. And then it says minutes 4/16, it should be 6/18. Other than that, I didn't see anything on the July 16th. So did anybody have anything on the minutes? Not, I'll take a motion to approve.
Motion to approve the minutes of July 16th.
Wait,
I'll second.
6/18, 7/16. Yeah, that was for 6/18. Okay. All right. Motion to approve and seconded.
Yep.
Kathy. It's been moved and seconded that we approve the minutes for July 16th of 2024. Any further discussion? Seeing none, we shall proceed to vote. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
I,
All right, 5-0-0. And now, if there's nothing else, I'll take that motion to adjourn.
motion to adjourn.
I'll second it.
All right, we are adjourned.